When to water. Watering new seeds. Newly planted seeds require moist soil as they sprout and get rooted. If their soil dries out after they begin growing, they will quickly die of dehydration. So they require regular watering to moisten the ground to the depth of their shallow roots. The top few inches need to stay moist. If you're unsure, stick your finger in the soil 1 to 2 inches deep and feel whether it is dry or damp. Play it safe and water new seeds daily if the weather is hot. However, you need not water if it's raining, so that's why it's best to plant seeds during rainy weather. Okay, watering young plants. Imagine that you recently planted a young tree whose roots penetrate down only a foot deep. If the top 1 foot of soil dries out, the tree will not have water on those roots and soon show dehydration signs. On the other hand, if there is water in the ground deeper than 1 foot deep, the roots will grow deeper to get the water and develop new, deeper roots. If there's water below them, their roots will grow to penetrate to the depths. So you can let the very top of the soil dry out a bit to encourage the roots to dig deeper. Over time, as a plant's roots burrow deeper into the soil, they require less frequent watering. As we are helping the young ones get started successfully, we want to give them a deep watering and then withhold water for a while as we allow the top layers of soil a chance to dry out. This way we encourage those roots to keep growing deeper down to find water. Finding this balance with seeds and young plants requires keeping an eye on the soil surface and making sure it doesn't evaporate deeply and dry out the soil and the new plant with it. It's a good idea to plant young new plants near each other where you can keep an eye on them and water them all at once. You can limit your new plantings to a specific area that you carefully watch, such as a planted guild or grouping, so you don't get overwhelmed by having too many places to watch. Then once those new plants get established, you can start plants in a guild in another spot. You already know that roots grow out laterally and down. By growing sideways, their roots touch each other and they can share water and nutrients. And by growing down, they may reach deep enough to tap into the water table. Watering old trees. If you see an older tree in distress, dropping fruit or leaves, check the soil and water it deeply through the watering pipe if it's dry. The water table can drop over the summer, and the tree may still need water even if it is decades old. While a tree is growing fruit, it will require a lot more water to make juicy fruits, so keep an eye on the fruiting trees. When I was pregnant with my children, I drank water almost constantly, so I'm aware of that feeling of needing a lot of water to grow the new life. The trees would live with the rainfall they receive like in native forests in an ideal situation, and fruit when they receive rain. However, this is a case where we add water to keep the fruit healthy and juicy. And established trees still enjoy an occasional shower. Ideally, as in native forests, the trees can live with the rainfall they receive. And because tall trees reach the sky, their leaf surfaces condense atmospheric moisture into droplets and channel the droplets down to their roots. So the tall trees can drink rain from the clouds. However, the older trees still enjoy a shower on a hot summer afternoon or early evening. Grab a hose and spray off dust and insects from the tree's foliage, and the trees seem to appreciate a refreshing cleansing and cooling off. Also, insects will fly away to avoid getting wet. And if you hose off the tree in the early evening, the insects that fly away to avoid getting soaked might not come back. So this technique can alleviate a tree's pest problems too. Now you understand that young seedlings just getting a foothold are the most susceptible to drying out, and decades-old established trees are the least. and you know the principle of training plants to reach deeply into the soil for water to resist drought. You are mastering the art and science of watering. So let's dive deeper into the techniques you can use to channel and save water in your water table in the soil.